gotta start the room tour. We are staying at the Q&A, which so far it's a really cute hotel. Here is the bathroom. Super cute. Let's open this. So barked out. I love this bathroom. And then you walk in here. Hello.
What's going on?
I really love this wall. It's really cool. Got this little bar area and then this full kitchen, which is really cool. So we have like all of these glasses, full sink, microwave, oven, coffee maker and toaster. Oh, what's this? Wolfgang Puck. Ooh, coffee. And then a fridge. Yay. Maybe we'll stop by Whole Foods and grab some snackies, some juices, put them in there. And here is the room. This like room is really, really cool. I love it. Bed. And then over here is the view. Not the craziest view I've ever seen, but I mean, could be a lot worse. We've been up since, what time did we get up? 3?
Yeah, 3 o'clock.
We've been up since 3. He's ready for a little nap before we hit the day. So we finally made it to the hotel and we flew Spirit again, which was not something that we necessarily wanted to do.
But modify that.
But we went to...
We had vouchers, that's the only reason.
We went to Cancun, like, for my birthday back in May, and they caused us to miss our connecting flight, causing me to miss a day of work, and it was just like a huge mess. And then we went to get our money back for the flight that they caused us to miss, and they were like, no, we're not giving you your money back, we'll only give you these vouchers. So we were like, we don't want vouchers, we don't ever want to fly with you again, but they like refused to give us our money back. So we're like, well, we're not gonna let our money go to waste. And we were, you know, out of the blue decided to go to New York for Gen Beauty. So we were like, why don't we just use up the vouchers? It will be practically like a free flight. So we did that. Our flight left at 6:03 and we got to the airport at like 5 o'clock in the morning. And it's not an international flight, so we didn't need to get there 2 hours early or anything. And we get to the airport and we get to the kiosk and the lady was like, first of all, we were having problems like checking in, like checking our bags. You have to do everything at a kiosk because Spirit doesn't want you to talk to a person ever, which is a pain. So they wouldn't let us do it at the little kiosk, so we had to go to this person. So this lady had an attitude like from the get-go, and it was like 5 in the morning, so I had an attitude, but I was like, whatever, like this is, you know, I'm gonna make the best of this. So we get there and she was like, oh, your flight has left already. And I was like, excuse me? She was like, yeah, oh yeah, your flight is gone. And I was like, it's 5 o'clock, our flight leaves at 6. What do you mean our flight is gone? I was like, yeah, after 6. And she was like, oh, there's no way you're gonna make it. She's like, so you're gonna need to reschedule. And I was like, how are you gonna tell us we're not going to make it? I was like, I've been to this terminal before. It really doesn't take that much time to get to a gate. She's like, well, your gate is all the way down at the end of the terminal, so you're just never gonna make it. I was like, I will go through, you know, security and I will run to that gate. Like, we will make it. I was like, just please check the bag and just let us go. She was like, no, there's no way. She's like, you might make it, but your bag wouldn't make it. I was like, okay, I don't care if my bag doesn't make it. Like, my bag can come at a later time, but I am not losing my money yet again with Spirit and then having to rebook my Spirit flight. And so she was like, well, there's nothing I can do. You're just gonna have to book another flight. I was like, no, I'm not booking another flight. I was like, you need to just check my bag and we'll figure it out. If we don't make it, we don't make it, but you're not gonna tell us that we're not going to make it. And she was like, well, she just kept going over and over like, oh, it's gonna take this much time to check your bag, and then you're gonna have to go through customs, then you're gonna have to walk to the terminal, like, no way you're gonna make it. I was like, we will make it. You are wasting my time by explaining to me how I'm not going to make it to the terminal instead of checking my bags. I go, just check my bag, I don't care. So I went and got in line, and he was standing still talking to this lady, and she was like, well, your bag is not going to be there when you get there. I'm like, I don't care. And at that time I was really irritated with this lady. So we go through customs. It takes us what? How long would you say that it took us?
Less than 10 minutes.
Less than 10 minutes to get through security. We get through security, we run, they're like paging us. I was like, see, we would make it. Like, we literally ran, we got there, we had, the only reason why we were literally down 2 minutes was because this lady took like 15, 20 minutes trying to tell us that we weren't gonna make it. We were arguing with her, and I was so frustrated because I was like, this is not going to be the second Spirit flight that I'm going to miss because of, like, I was just like, no. So we luckily made it with a minute and a half to spare. It was so funny. My friend, I didn't even know she was at the airport, but she was like, oh my gosh, she's like, I just heard your name called. She's like, you better get to your gate, don't miss your flight. I was like, that's so funny. I was like, we made it. Yeah, I was like, we made it. Fine. And we were like, okay, our luggage isn't going to get here until 4, which is a pain, but luckily we got there and our luggage was there, so that was amazing. And I was just like, you know what? No, nobody tells us what to do. Nobody tells us what our fate is. So we made it, and it was a good.
Bag too. Tell them about the bag.
Oh, and then they put this sticker on the bag that said,
She
like,
wasn't gonna check it at all.
Yeah, she wasn't gonna check it. They put this sticker on the bag that said, "You're late," in all caps. I was like, okay, Spirit, last time I ever mess with you, it's not worth it. It honestly isn't. By the time they nickel and dime you, it's really not that much of a savings at all. Like United, JetBlue, like American Airlines, they're all, you know, just as good, except you don't have to deal with rude people.
You actually get there with those.
Like you were saying, like, what is it, like a prerequisite to work for Spirit to be like terrible at customer service and like do the least amount possible for anybody? Successful half day in New York. We are going to take a nap because it's been a very, very long day. And if I'm going to make it through this cocktail party, then I'm going to need a wee baby nap. Getting ready for the party. I am not very impressed with my makeup, but it is what it is. Brows could use a little help. I was planning on being up 5, but I ended up sleeping until 6 because I was so exhausted. And that was like a really bad idea. Wow, my boobs look really big in this setting, but I swear to you that's false advertising. Shoes. Shoes are from Steve Madden. Dress is Forever 21. Necklace is Molly Floral Fashions, aka my best friend coming through with the pearls. cocktail party. So it was a lot of fun. I met a lot of people who I subscribed to. It was just like a really fun time. I ended up meeting this girl when I first came into the party, and come to find out that we were both from Michigan. So it was a really fun party. Look at the goodie bag that we got. So heavy. See if I can even like look at this thing. This is like, oh, like so heavy. I don't know what is in here, but I don't know how I'm gonna get it home.
I got to carry that.
He carried this all throughout New York as we like searched for donuts because we just like are fatties. So, but I'm excited to open this up and see what's in it. I literally have no idea how I'm gonna get it home because my suitcase is already packed to the brim, but we'll figure it out. And let me show you the donuts that we got. I'm gonna try the Erin McKenna vegan gluten-free donuts. So let's see if they're good. We searched all over New York for these donuts. Google Maps did not work. And we eventually found them about 5 minutes before close. I don't even think it was 5 minutes. I think it was like 2 minutes before close. It seems to be our like theme, is being late to stuff. I'm so glad I took a nap before all of this. I would have died. But here is the donut. Let's see if it's good. That's really good. This dog was walking down the street and he loves dogs. And so I was like, oh buddy, and like went down to pet him, and the dog looked him right in the mouth. Almost didn't make it to the cocktail party. I don't know why this is the theme of this trip, but like we got in an Uber and the Uber driver didn't know that we were the person he was supposed to pick up. He thought I was somebody else because he was new to Uber. So he was like, yeah, and he didn't, yeah, he didn't speak English. He was really nice, but at the same time, like, we got in the Uber, he went to drop us off, and I was like, this is definitely not the location. This is like 2 blocks from our hotel. And he was like, oh, well, where are you going? And then we tell him, and he was like, okay. So he goes to like go there, and he seems lost. And I was like, I don't know what is happening. He's like, no, you are, he's like, you need to cancel the Uber. This isn't you. Is this you? Are you Felicia or Farah? Yeah, he was like, are you Farah? And I was like, no, I'm not Farah. I'm Ashley. I was like, isn't this you? Like, I'm looking at the picture of this man, like, on my phone. I'm like, is this you? He's like, no. He's like, no, that's not me. I'm like, this is you in this picture. I'm like, what is happening? He was like, no, you clearly are with somebody else, so cancel that one. And I was like, I have a perfect Uber score, so I don't want to ruin that by canceling it, but I was like, okay, if this is what he says. I cancel it, and it cancels on his phone. Instantly. I was like, I was the person that you were supposed to pick up. What is happening? And so he was just so confused. I was like, you know what? We're just going to get out and get a taxi.
Dropped us at the wrong place first.
Yeah, he dropped us off at the wrong place, and then now, like, I was just like, we'll just get a taxi, sir. He's like, oh, I'm sorry, I'm like new to Uber. I'm like, clearly. And that's like, Uber in New York is completely different because they have this like $5 like fare thing, and like it's like Uber Pool, which I don't really understand how Uber Pool works, but yeah, in Michigan it's not like that at all. It's like you get an Uber and it's your Uber. It was an experience, but I finally got there and he couldn't come with me, so I went by myself. I met a bunch of people. It was really fun. Patrick Starr was there, Crispy was there, Katie and Desi were there. I was fangirling so hard. I was like, I didn't even go up to say hi to them because I was like so nervous. But I went up to Crispy and I was like trying to take a picture with her, and my camera wasn't working, and I was like, F my life. Like, why is this happening? But I was like, oh my gosh, I love you so much. Like, I love your YouTube channel. I felt like I was like literally a subscriber to everybody there. I was like, oh my gosh, it's so nice meeting you for the first time. And then I like forget that I actually have a YouTube channel too. It was really nice meeting everybody. Everybody was like super nice. It was like a really nice party and like a really nice view of New York, and the swag bag was just like so generous. I was really excited and like thankful for that, like, and being invited to it. So I'm excited to see how Gen Beauty's gonna go tomorrow. Today was such a long day. But we're going to go to bed and get up and do it all over again. So I'm gonna eat my donuts, put my pajamas on, and go to bed because I'm so tired. But I will see you guys in my next vlog. Bye guys.
The clown car. I'll get over here in this corner. We have Kristen Dominique.
I'm so proud of us. Like, this is so amazing how we can just all come together and we all share this beautiful vision of how we see the world.
Wait, hit the fucking music. Let's do it. On a kiss. That we had, it's a shame that we let it fall off track. Ooh, yeah, yeah.
Can we just take a moment to appreciate the size of this goodie bag? Like, oh my gosh. Oh, I just can't believe it. I am literally speechless. This is amazing.